What's good, y'all? Today I'm gonna show y'all how to make analog lab presets. I'm gonna give y'all some good tips. Good tips. I'm gonna show y'all how I do them and basically how you can approach making analog lab presets from scratch, obviously with your equipment, with the things you have. I'm saying? Not finna waste y'all time. Let's get straight into it. So look, the first thing I'm finna do is sample my Roland JDXI right here. I'm finna Sounddesign the sound right here, record it, and then put it into Mellotron or emulator. It don't really matter what you got, obviously you have to have something you can like record a Sounddesign sounds on that's like special or cool, but like even if you don't have shit, you can record your guitar, you can go into like a music center, where they sell like keyboards and all that and just record some shit there, I'll just even use like VSTs and plugins for real, just Sounddesign some shit there, and then just put it into Mellotron or emulator just to give it a different feel, So I'm for the Sounddesign, but if y'all don't want to watch that, you can learn a lot too, but that's very individual of your thing you have, but you could click to the second part of the video where I'm gonna really show y'all how, make a good ass sound and what really makes out a good ass sound in Analog Lab. But first of all, we finna Sounddesign this shit.
Yes sir, yes sir.
So right now I'm using the effects of this keyboard right here, of the synthesizer. It got like a compressor, flanger, phaser, delay, spring reverb. But if you have one, use your guitar pedal. Like just record the sounds, and then run them through your guitar pedal. I don't have one yet. I'm finna get one soon, So just things like that, Just analog gear you have basically is what finna make your sound so good and so unique. You can make them very unique just in the box too, Just put effects on them. But at the end of the day, you can't go too crazy with effects, Like if you really do everything in the box, like sound designing, don't go too crazy on the effects, cause it's finna fuck up the sound. It gotta be simplistic but good, That's really the key here, so yo. So now to actually sample it, I'm finna play C4, C5, C6, record those notes, and then I'm finna put them into the computer. And I'm trying to play them relatively long, and sometimes I even play with the mod wheel. And don't hit them too hard, like the velocity should be like a mid velocity, not too low, not too high, And for this one, I'm gonna play with the mod wheel a little bit more. Alright, the first thing we finna do now is put the sounds that I recorded yesterday into emulator or Mellotron, and go from there. So for the vocal sound I recorded yesterday, I'm finna go with emulator. And if you're familiar with like basic sound design ideas like attack, decay, sustain, release, and like filter envelopes, LFO, all that type of shit, you basically should be good. If you never heard of these things, then just look up basic tutorials on YouTube, basic sound design tutorials, Or if you really want to learn the plugins and go more in depth about them, Tutorial actually provides a tutorial right here, so you just go to the settings tab on your Tutorial plugin tutorials, and then you finna click through this. And this is very great because it really also shows you what every knob and every slider does sonically to the sounds. But if you're not satisfied with that, I would definitely suggest the tutorials from Groove Free. They got like tutorials on every single tutorial, plugin, synth, whatever you want to call it, I think it's $12 or $20 a month. So just get that for 1 month, you know what I'm saying? Watch all the tutorials. You can easily watch all the tutorials in 1 month for like the tutorial plugins, you know what I'm saying? For one plugin, it may take like an hour to watch all tutorials or 1.5 hours type shit. And also every tutorial line from Groove Free has like videos in them where it shows you an example of how you can make a pad, a lead, and a bass sound, which is very helpful, or was at least for me, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, if you know what every slide and knob does, it's really just trial and error. Like, if you make a lot of sounds with tutorial plugins, you know, you just know what sounds good and what sliders you may could try to move and what knobs you may could try to tweak, you know what I'm saying, to get the sounds you have in your head or you want. You know what I'm saying? So in emulator, I like to add a weird or crazy voice effects on the highest sample note that I have. So in this case, you know what I'm saying, it's probably a C6 or something, some phase or something. So it just makes it more interesting if you play everything. So while making my sounds, I like to use MIDIs a lot because then I don't have to press, you know what I'm saying, the keyboard all the time. And I like to use like crazy MIDIs with like, you know what I'm saying, that just go crazy, not just simple chords, because then I can really test out the sound and see if it also works in those, you know, crazy MIDIs if you just play something like that, you know what I'm saying. So this is what I like to do with the sign tab on emulator. So you kind of have like a bass section for like really low notes. And then for the normal notes, it's enough if you just have 2 octaves basically playing with each other. And then up here it's just enough if you have 2 octaves. If you have to put it to modern, sometimes sounds better. Sounds way better. This one down, because higher notes or higher sampled notes or just in general higher notes always are louder, just for the ear. So, but as you hear, the sound is still very dry and shit. So you know what I'm saying, it definitely needs a layer. So we finna get into that next. So already sounds nice though. Also how the sound evolves. And why it evolves so nicely is because I reversed this part, so basically playing the sound from the back. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now I got the sound in Analog Lab, and what I'm finna do right now is basically find a layer sound. So how I usually go about it is, you know, I go through my user folder right here, you know, and just see, you know what I'm saying, what fits with the sound I just have, you know, what complements it basically. Cause sometimes I just make sounds and just know these are background sounds I can use, you know what I'm saying. And what I also like to do is go in this explore section right here and just search like a nice ambient pad or something up here. You know what I'm saying? Then obviously tweak it, you know what I'm saying, to make both sounds blend in with each other. You know, make a good sound in general. I don't really know how this works. I ain't gonna hold y'all like. This could work. I want some lighter. Oh my god, I finally found the perfect one.